Welcome back to the REI Cloud how-to videos. In today's video, we'll walk you through how to reconcile in REI Cloud. Before we start reconciling, make sure you have a copy of your trust account statement ready. This is essential for accurate reconciliation. Once you have that, navigate to Process and Bank Reconciliation in your left-hand side toolbar. When reconciling, the first check is to confirm that the bank statement balance in REI Cloud matches the balance on your trust account statement. This ensures everything is aligned before you proceed. To make it easier to identify transactions, you can use the search feature on the right-hand side to look up an amount or reference. This will help you quickly locate the entries you need. In the reconciliation screen, you can also highlight and right-click on transactions. This gives you a quick access to tasks such as select all or select none, reconcile all or none, and reprinting reports. Now to begin reconciling. First, let's locate the last point you reconciled to on your trust account statement. Then we're going to tick off the next transaction from that point. Then we update our statement balance and date reconciled to in REI Cloud. Once you see that it says balance, we can move on to the next transaction. We then repeat these steps for all the transactions that are on our trust account statement balance. If it is not on your statement balance, then leave the transaction unticked in the bank reconciliation in REI Cloud. Now some important tips to remember. Do not move on until you're in a balanced position. If you tick a transaction and update the statement balance and it still says that you're out of balance, you need to investigate as to why that transaction is causing you to be out of balance. If you get stuck, you can always reach out to our support team. Do not enter a figure into the reconciliation screen that does not exist on your trust account statement. And finally, if you find a transaction that you cannot identify on your trust account statement, you can add this as an adjustment. I'll show you how to do that shortly. Finally, once you have completed reconciling for the day, click the Update button. This action will remove any reconciled transactions from the screen, making it easier to locate unreconciled transactions during your next reconciliation. We strongly recommend completing a reconciliation snapshot after each reconciliation. To do this, click on Reports and then Bank Reconciliation Snapshot. This will take a snapshot of the reconciliation reports as of this moment, giving you a clear record for future reference. To view your reconciliation snapshots, go to Reports and Historical Reports. A pop-up will appear showing all your snapshots that have been recorded. By default, the program displays snapshots for the current financial year, but you can filter this using the report parameters at the top of the screen. To view the report, simply click on the snapshot and then three-way reconciliation. The report will then open in a new tab in your browser to review. Additional reports can also be accessed by clicking on the snapshot and then selecting Supporting Reports. These reports include Unpresented Deposits and Payments, Adjustments Report, Cash on Hand, and All Balances reports. If you wish to export a copy of your reconciliation reports once you have completed your balancing, click on Reports. Here you can view all 5 reconciliation reports and export a copy to your device for your records. If, as an example, you receive an unknown deposit into the trust, you can add this as an adjustment. To do this, click on Options and then Add Adjustment. Enter the date that the transaction occurred in your trust and whether the money was a credit or a debit. Add in a description such as unknown funds or a reference that shows on your trust account statement. Once you've added this, you can then click Save and continue balancing as per normal. The adjustment will remain in your reconciliation area until it's handled in the system by either completing a receipt if it's a credit adjustment or completing a payment if it's a debit adjustment. You can view any transactions that have already been reconciled by going to Options, Show Updated Reconciled Payments. This will display all payments that have been marked as reconciled, giving you a clear history of completed transactions. If you need to bring an updated or reconciled transaction back into the reconciliation screen, go to the transaction and remove the tick on the right-hand side. Then click OK, and upon refreshing the screen, the transaction will reappear in the reconciliation area, ready to be processed again. The same process applies for deposits. To view any deposits that have been reconciled, click on Options, and show updated reconciled deposits. This will display all deposits that have been marked as reconciled. If you wish to go back to the main reconciliation area, click Options and then Hide Updated Reconciled Transactions. This will take you back to the standard reconciliation screen. The last item to show you is how to change a payment reference. This can only be done on unpresented payments. To update the reference, click Options, Change Payment Reference Number. Select the payment you wish to adjust and click Change. Enter the correct reference and click Save. This will update the reference displayed in the bank reconciliation area. After that, you can reconcile the transaction as per normal. That brings us to the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and be sure to keep an eye out for our other helpful how-to videos. See you in the next video.